10 reasons why your dog has diarrhea with quick remedies. Animals are an important part of many of our lives. We treat our canine friends as family, and with any family, life can get messy. Whether it is running through the rain and making wet tracks through the house, or ripping open a bag of flour, our dogs certainly contribute to life's messes. Unfortunately, sometimes our furry friends get sick, and this can come with some, unwanted results, like diarrhea. A dog with stomach issues can truly be tough to manage. Before we can even work to clean things up, as pet owners, we need to figure out what is wrong so we can be sure that this symptom is not an emergency. In our latest video, we will share with you the top 10 reasons why your dog has diarrhea and some quick remedies that will help make things better. It is important to remember that if your dog has additional symptoms like vomiting, blood in their stool, is lethargic or has a seizure, or has pale gums, seems in pain, or visible worms in the stool, to immediately call your vet. This may be an emergency situation. To help solve your messy problem, stay with us for our 10 reasons why your dog has diarrhea. But before we get started, we want to be sure you don't miss any of our new content. So be sure to tap the like button, subscribe for more videos, and tick the notification bell to be alerted whenever we post a new video. Number 10. Stress. Dogs, just like people, can get worried and upset. When dogs get scared, worried, or stressed out, it can disrupt their normal appetite and give them diarrhea. It is important as a pet owner to be sure to keep an eye on dog tummy issues. Be sure to try to limit stress for your dog by creating a safe space, increasing exercise, and maybe some extra time snuggling on the couch together. Number 9. Worms. Unfortunately, as a pet owner, we often encounter some issues with our pets that are gross. Our pets can get into garbage, dead animals, or other things that could have larvae or other bugs on it. When our dogs eat those items, the bugs that are on them are also ingested. These can lead to some significant health issues, including intestinal worms. If your dog is having diarrhea and there appear to be worms in it, it is very important to contact the vet. Although not always deadly, if left untreated, intestinal worms can cause malnutrition, dehydration, and other serious health issues. The best way to combat this is to be sure you are aware of what your dog is getting into. Although not easy, monitoring your dog when you are on walks or outside will help reduce the chances of your dog getting worms. Number 8. Other parasites or infections. Our sweet furry friends are susceptible to many predators. Larger animal attacks may occur, but even more important are the smaller, buggier creatures. Bugs, such as mosquitoes and ticks, can infect our dogs with very serious illnesses. Although we can try to keep them safe with preventative medications, sometimes they still get sick. If you notice a change in your dog's behavior, be sure to pay attention to signs and symptoms of illness. Try to ensure that you pay attention to how your dog feels and monitor any signs of illness that they may show. Number 7. Medication. Whether our dogs are sick or on medication for other ailments, sometimes the medications that we use to keep our animals healthy can cause stomach distress. Anytime you start a new medication, it is important to be sure you monitor for any stomach issues. Although medications may be necessary to keep your dog well, out of pain, or to cure other things that may be ailing your pup, be sure to report any issues that may pop up with your dog and diarrhea to the vet so they can monitor the symptoms. There are some ways to reduce the possible side effects of medications. If you are able, give medication with food, either mixed into their normal food routine or using a pill pocket. Personally, my dog loves to take any medication in a piece of cheese. We never have any issues with getting him to take meds, and in fact, we could probably get him to take almost anything with cheese. Number 6. ingestion of a dead animal. Although this does not sound likely, sometimes our dogs can find something dead that they choose to eat. Mice, birds, or other dead creatures that may have been infected with flies or other bugs can make your dog very sick. Even if we work hard to keep them from doing so, sometimes they just get into something out on a walk or from our homes. Often, this causes diarrhea, which may clear up quickly once it passes through their system. If the symptoms persist, it will be important to reach out to your vet to be sure they have not contracted any additional digestive problems. Number 5. Food changes. When we find a new favorite food, sometimes we overindulge. Who hasn't found their new favorite ice cream flavor and eaten the entire carton? After we do that, we usually don't feel real good. Our stomach does not always appreciate a hard shift in any type of food to something new. Our dogs are exactly the same way in that when they have been eating a diet for some time and then a sudden change occurs, it can really upset their stomach. When transitioning to a new type of food, it is important to do it slowly. Mixing old food and new food gradually can really help to protect your dog's tummy from being upset and causing diarrhea. Starting with a 1/4 of the new and 3/4 of the old food, move up by a quarter each week, and by the end of the month, you will have your dog transition to the brand new food. Number 4. Food allergies. Even if we are careful when we transition to a new food or different treats, we can still cause stomach upset due to a food allergy. We are not always thoughtful when realizing that when we change our dog's food, they could have an allergic reaction. Some dogs do not do well with some of the additives within dog food. Anytime you change food, be thoughtful to the ingredients and your dog's reaction. If you notice diarrhea after shifting food, be prepared to spend some time to analyze what ingredients may be causing symptoms. When managing diarrhea, be sure to not change things back too quickly. Switching and changing things over and over can cause real stomach issues with our pets. If you are concerned that your dog is having an allergic reaction, call your vet to set up a plan to try to figure out how to move forward. Number 3. Toxic plants. One of the fun bonuses for having a dog is to have a great walking and park-going companion. I love taking my dog for walks in the woods, running paths, and finding new hiking trails. Dogs love to run through the woods, chasing animals, and getting some great exercise. Anytime you are in the woods with your dog, there is a chance that they will eat some of the nature that is around them. Be cautious anytime your dog is eating plants in the wild, as some of them can be toxic. Grasses, plants, and some mushrooms can kill our pets if they eat them. To be safe, keep your dog close enough to you while hiking to make sure they do not eat anything on your journey. If they do, try to get a picture or say part of the plant to connect with the vet if your dog starts to have any stomach issues. Number 2. Illness. Our sweet furry friends bring us so much joy and comfort when we don't feel well. It is so comforting to have our dog snuggle up to us on the couch when we are homesick. It seems like the perfect partner when we don't feel well. But what about those times when our dogs feel sick? Just like people, our dogs can get different illnesses that will cause them to get an upset stomach and diarrhea. Although it is definitely unpleasant to have a dog in the house with diarrhea, yuck, it can happen. And when it does, we need to be thoughtful about how we help them to feel better. Usually, I switch them to a very bland diet right away. White rice, cooked chicken with no seasoning, and maybe some chicken broth, and allow their stomach to quiet down for several days. If after 3 to 4 days the diarrhea has stopped, you are probably safe to slowly start bringing their normal food back into their diet. If the diarrhea has not stopped or has gotten worse, it is time to reach out to medical professionals. Number 1. Anxiety. Why are we anxious? Humans worry about everything. Money, partners, work, you name it. There is someone that is probably worrying about it. Worry can cause headaches, fatigue, and stomach aches, not just for us, but for our pets too. If your dog is one of the many that has anxiety issue like separation anxiety, this can wreak havoc on their systems and be a common cause of diarrhea. Dogs with stomach issues related to anxiety can be difficult to deal with, as part of the problem is that they worry about things around them. Creating a safe space, reducing things that may cause them anxiety, such as loud noises or too many people, can help the situation. Sometimes, dogs are so anxious that they need a specialist or medication to help them deal with those issues. If you feel that your dog is dealing with anxiety issues that are causing stomach problems, reach out to your vet for additional options and advice. There you have it! It is amazing how similar we are to our dogs in things that can cause us issues with diarrhea. Anytime your dog is sick, it's very important to pay attention to the symptoms, possible causes, and how long it has been going on. Diarrhea can cause quick dehydration in dogs, which can lead to very serious medical issues. It is never a bad idea to reach out to your vet to discuss what is happening with your dog, to be sure that there is not an underlying medical issue that could be causing the stomach distress. We love our animals like our family, and we want to be sure to take care of them. Thanks for watching our latest video. We hope that it was helpful and gave you some tips and ideas on how to deal with a messy dog situation. Don't forget to click like, tap that bell, and subscribe for more updates to help your pet.